My name is Bernadette Green. I was in the Navy, World War II, and my job was teaching Morse code to the Navy pilots. Well, I was on my way to work with my sister, and it came over the radio that the Japanese had bombed Pearl Harbor. So we didn't even know what Pearl Harbor was, but then we figured it had to be in the United States because we were at war. My older brother joined the Navy, and I waited till I was 20, which was the age when you had to be in the Navy. And I was, June 25th, I was 20, and in July I was signing up. Never been away from Detroit, probably more than 25 miles in my life. And so that was quite an undertaking. Went to Hunter College in New York for my boot training. And they gave us all kind of tests. And it came out that I flunked backward somersault, and I flunked my mechanical aptitude. So I said, I guess this means I don't go to mechanic school. So they said, well, you're going to the radio school at Miami University. So I wrote home and I told my mom, I'm going to be on the radio, and I'm going to Florida. Well, when I got back to my room, my shipmate said, I hate to tell you, but radio is beep, 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 beep. And it's in Oxford, Ohio, Miami University. So I went there. I got my training, and they sent 8 of us to Kansas for teacher training. And my first job that I got was in Roseville, Michigan, which is an island in the Detroit River, which made my parents very happy. They closed that up, and then I went to Bunker Hill, Indiana, on another airfield, and I taught there. We had Canadians, we had New Zealand, Americans. I taught mostly Americans. And then the war ended, and I had signed up for the end of the war in 6 months. And I figured, well, I got 3 months, they're going to send me home. But that's not how the Navy did it. So they sent me to Memphis, Tennessee, but it wasn't training, so they put me up in the radio shack with all the boys. And the first thing they said to me was, the last one in makes the coffee. I never drank coffee in my life. So I said, okay. So I made the coffee, and the boys all come in, oh boy, it smells. And after they took a sip, they said, you don't have to make it anymore. So then December 15th, I was due to come out, and they offered me an upgrade in my Navy career, and I said, no, the war's over, I'm going home. And so I went to Chicago, Great Lakes, mustered out, and I was home in time for Christmas. I went back to AT&T, where I worked previously, and they gave me the rest of the time after Easter and after Christmas, and after New Year's, as a vacation, so I didn't have to start working till the new year. And that's it. Well, our job was to teach the Navy airmen, that want to be flyers, Morse code, because that's what we had in those days. That was the only way to communicate. So mostly I sent the blinker, which is the flashing light. I sent that mostly. The code itself was on records. And then the voice procedure, I did some of that, but another lady did most of that. And that was the boys teaching them how to talk to each other and to the control towers. And that's what we did.
Fantastic. And the last thing I wanted to keep you here for, when you got home, what was the reaction that you, you didn't see your parents, your family for a while during the war. You were sent all over. So what was it when you came home? What kind of feelings did you have? What was the reaction that your parents had?
They were pretty happy. They said, oh, No more noise in the house. I sort of was known as a little bit of a gabby person. And but when I was at Groseal, I could get home every other weekend. In Bunker Hill, Indiana, I got home once a month. So, you know, my dad, we had little gas coupons in those days. And my dad would take his little gas coupons, but he had a buddy, and I'd bring girls, different ones home, and he'd take them all over and show them Detroit area and so on. But they were happy to get me back. I had good attendance when I was working, so that's all that mattered. They said, "Hey, come on, no problem."
Last thing, can you tell me the years from which you began until when you got out? And
Yeah, I signed up in July of '43, and I came out in December of '45. Yeah.